So hello everybody. Today we have Amarish with ourselves, and basically he is doing supply chain management, and that is our topic for today. We'll be discussing about supply chain management, what all departments are there, and how it works. Basically, the whole field. So that is our objective for today's video. And he has done a couple of internships and some works in supply chain management, as well as he's doing masters in supply chain management now. So Amarish, you can quickly introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi everyone. This is Ambarish, and currently I'm pursuing my masters from. Currently, I'm pursuing my masters in supply chain management, and I got an admit from Aston University from UK. Still, I'm waiting for one more university, that is Warwick University, which will be a better, which have a better ranking over Aston.
Okay, so our first, let's begin with the interview. So our first question is like, what is supply chain management and how it works for a newbie? Like, let's say someone, even like you switched from computers to this, right? So,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So basically, how first of all, how did you like come to know about it? Like, how because mostly students they're just aware about computers and medical. So, like, how first of all, how did you become aware about this? That this is a field in which there's a lot of scope. Because even I was researching, so I also found a lot of good stuff that in foreign countries it has a great opportunity. So first of all, how did you become aware about this? And next is that how basically what is this field and how it works?
Okay. Well, actually, the story is quite funny. Like when I got into my engineering, I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to do my engineering in marine engineering, and then I wanted to do in mechanical, but so-called gharwale, they were like, you know, Usman, don't do in that. Just go for computers because it have a great market. You will get a good jobs and everything there. But like that was the reason I got into the computer department. And while pursuing the engineering in the second year itself, I got to know that I won't be doing good with the coding. So in the second year itself, I started to look for some different approach. I don't wanted to go into technical, and that was the reason I started exploring what are the other fields that I can end up with. So I started with non-tech. So my first internship was in the marketing sector, sales and
Mm-hmm.
marketing, which I did for nearly 6 to 7 months. It was
Mm-hmm.
a company based in Delhi. Yeah, that was the first
Mm-hmm.
internship. Apart from that, I did two more internships in two more internships in marketing. But then I got to know that I'm good in marketing, but I'm not good in sales. But they both go in hand in hand. That was the reason. Then I thought that marketing should not be a good approach. Then we should shift
Mm-hmm.
in another approach. So in the third year itself, like uh, I googled that what are the streams of MBA.
Mm-hmm.
There it was like marketing and sales, then finance, supply chain management, and uh,
Mm-hmm.
and the other things. So I, then I just went on the Google, placing every field there and just checking like what are the things it contains. Like from then I guess three fields were there that I shortlisted. That was finance, supply chain management, and marketing. So marketing I have experienced, and I got to know that it should be my last approach if I don't get any job, and that was the reason. Uh, I kept that for the last thing, and I focused on the two things that was finance and supply chain management. So finance, I thought initially that it would require lots of maths and a
Mm-hmm.
lot of maths and calculations would be a lot of there. And I actually am not a good math student, so
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Ki nahi, we can't do that."
Mm-hmm.
So that was the reason I came up with the supply chain thing. Uh, and after that, when I got to know what is a supply chain, then it was like properly confirmed for me that yeah, I am doing this thing. Then
Mm-hmm.
your
Right.
second question, which was what is supply chain management and how it
Yeah.
works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so okay, I'll give you a proper definition. So the definition is like supply chain management is like a management of flow of goods and services, including all the process that transforms raw material into the final material. So in short,
Mm-hmm.
in my terms, if for anyone to understand it quickly, it's the handling of entire production of flow from goods
Mm-hmm.
to the final product, which which we are producing to deliver it to the customer. Like it's the proper chain. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
it have near like five basic what you can say five basic steps like planning, sourcing of raw materials, manufacturing, then delivery and returns.
Mm-hmm. Right. Okay.
So it's too much vast in that. Like I can't
Mm-hmm.
tell in seconds, no. Like it's like explaining a whole computer branch in 1 minute. So it can't be
Yeah,
done.
exactly. Exactly,
It's a
exactly.
vast topic. Yeah. But
Mm-hmm.
this is the basic thing that I can tell. And there
Yeah.
are some functions like where we have to like the functions are like acquiring, purchasing of goods, then business operations, transportation and logistics, then
Mm-hmm.
marketing, management of the resources, workflow of information, etc. Like these are some
Right,
of
right,
them.
right. So, like, what are the different departments in this? Like, when I was having a look, I saw something like purchase executive, then transport and logistics, data analyst, then there's material planner, and inventory control. So, I think these are some of the
Yeah,
departments in it, right? Yeah.
yeah,
So, a
yeah.
little
There
brief.
are
Yeah.
there are many more departments. Like there is a purchasing department where
Mm-hmm.
like you have to go from like you have like if we take a product, if we take this AirPods, like
Mm-hmm.
for making the AirPods, what are the things that we require? The first is we need a planning. So there
Right.
comes the role of a planner. Then comes the executioner who then will take like say purchasing of raw materials. We'll need raw
Mm-hmm.
materials for making this. So he'll have to go
Right.
purchase the raw materials. Then another person will go and manufacture it. Then
Right.
during the manufacturing, he'll require to know about more about his inventory management. That
Mm-hmm.
what are the things available with him and what are the things he need to purchase again. Then
Right.
there
Right.
comes inventory management. Then come demand planning. Like if a customer says to like you know if he wants a customized something, like I want to engrave my name in that. So that
Mm-hmm.
comes under demand planning. Then comes transportation and customer services, and
Mm-hmm.
along with that comes warehousing. So warehousing is a process like it's a house where like we can say a go down type of thing where everything is been kept in a lot of bunch of size.
Right. 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 Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
So
these are.
talking about the job roles here, like you said, like you
Yeah.
saw about purchase executive, transport and logistics,
Mm-hmm.
data analyst. So
Right.
there are many more like purchase agent, national
Mm-hmm.
purchase agents, operational managers. Then comes
Mm-hmm.
I think logistic analytics are there, purchasing managers are there,
Mm-hmm.
logistic managers are there, supply chain manager, then transportation managers are there. Along with that,
Mm-hmm.
storage and distribution managers are there. So there are many more fields in that
Right.
only.
Right. So, like, can you explain like what all work like these managers or like the employees exactly do? Because like that, because those are the two main things that we need to know. One is like the how the whole field works, and the other thing is what exactly work you will be doing. Because that these are the two things that you look whenever you are like choosing your career or something like that. So
Yeah,
whatever internships and all you have done, if you can just pinpoint like what all works you did exactly, like was it making the architecture, was it sales or something, calling or whatsoever it was.
yeah. The internship I did, it was in RSI Logistics. It was a logistic company. There
Mm-hmm.
I had a few works. Like there I worked on the transportation part of logistics. So my
Mm-hmm.
work there was at the starting. My work there was in the accounting section, where I have to manage the cash flow in and out. Then pre-planning the schedules of the what we say trailers.
Mm-hmm.
Then daily wages of the drivers, handling the records of the cash flow. These were the initial works for me. Then
Mm-hmm.
after few days, after I guess after 2 months, they introduced me with new works that was load planning task. In that, I have to like the main work of the company was delivering Maruti cars, like taking them
Mm-hmm.
into the trailer, putting them into the trailer, and delivering it into the whole India. Like
Mm-hmm.
they were transporting it towards Chennai, also inside the Maharashtra,
Mm-hmm.
Bangalore, Gujarat, Rajasthan, everywhere they are
Right.
like transporting.
Mm-hmm.
So
Just what did you do
yeah,
in that? Huh.
yeah, yeah. So then I had a thing of load planning task where I have to
Mhm.
plan every load. There was a software which was named as extranet. On that,
Mhm.
we used to receive the orders and we have to send the trailers according to the
Mhm.
requirement. So
Mhm.
I have to plan everything, every task, that like which trailer
Mhm.
should go from this from this place to like another destination.
Right.
Then how much way should I be paying them? Everything
Right.
that are there. Then along
Okay.
with that, I also ensured the correct paperwork, because if the
Mhm.
paperwork is not good, then the police personnel always catch you up during the
Right.
trailer, whenever the trailer goes from one place to another. Most of the trailers
Right.
have
Right.
been stopped there, yeah. So for that,
Mhm.
a good paperwork is needed. So I used to deal with that. Along
Mhm.
with that, there was a thing that is name as POD, that is a proof of delivery. That is the
Mhm.
main thing inside this logistic company. That is, if
Mhm.
you get a POD, then only the Maruti used to pay us. Like if the
Right. Right.
POD is proper, like without any remark, then only the
Mhm.
Maruti used to pay the company. So I have to
Right.
maintain a good POD record, and due to which I had a like you can say I have a good relation with all the dealers, communicating with
Mhm.
them, uh, like removing
Right.
every remark from the POD, helping the like company to like secure better consignment, everything and that.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
that was the only thing that I did. But the whole
R-
thing, it was about transportation only.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
That is great. That is great. Yeah, so I think that gave a lot of insight, like how exactly the field works. I think this is what
Yeah.
someone needs to know.
Actually, that is a part of supply chain. Like it's a supply chain and logistic. So the if you do a master's in supply chain logistic, you have been taught about everything, like planning, like the fields that said about, like purchasing,
Mhm.
manufacturing, inventory management, then
Mhm.
planning, warehousing, transportation. Everything is being
Mhm.
taught there. So in that, I have done my internship only in transportation.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. That gave a lot of insight about how the field actually works and what all work goes on into it. That
Yeah.
this will be, I think,
But
very helpful.
is mainly it is most of a like you can say a field work rather than
Mhm.
staying in the room and doing your work.
Right, right. That's what I was going to ask. Like, how much you mentioned, like, you also take care about the employee salaries and all stuff. So, like,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
much would you say it's percentage wise? How much, like, hours you have to give to the computer or the screen time, and how much of paperwork it is?
The screen time would like be like in a day. I think half hour is the screen time, and 4 to
Mm-hmm.
5 hours is like the uh,
Talking to
outside
people,
work.
going out.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right,
Like
right, right.
dealing with the Maruti also, who like from
Mm-hmm.
where we are getting, then dealing with the dealers, dealing with the drivers. Everything is there.
Right, right. Great, great. Next,
Some of the other
let's.
issue used to come, but like they have to like we have to then deal it with some of the other techniques.
Right, right, right. No, obviously, problems and all always come, and then we have to figure out a
Yeah,
way to solve it.